In this video, we're going to go through the CTKS structure on Bitcoin, Total, Ethereum, and Solana. CTKS structure is the world's most powerful smart money buy and sell level detection system that's applied through 2 levels of standard certification. That's why we always look at it first. Let's run the numbers. Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS and the CTKS method. If you're new, a very warm welcome and welcome back CTKS family. If you're wanting to be more of a financial and emotional blessing to yourself and those you love through trading and investing, you're in the best community on YouTube to do so. In yesterday's video, we talked about Bitcoin's dominance with an apostrophe S. Maybe a better way to say it is Bitcoin's gravity. And Tales from the Man Cave says dominance was so yesterday. Gravity is where your fortunes are. And this guy looks pretty damn familiar. Tales from the Man Cave, what a talent. Yesterday's video is a really good one to look at. Underneath all these top 60 alts is Bitcoin's chart. And what do we see? If Bitcoin goes up, it drags the river of the alts with it. If it comes down, it drags all the alts down. When it comes to trading and investing, don't care about missing out, which is Rule 727. CZ found out firsthand in May of 2015 when he missed out on buying Ethereum. He said to himself, I can't believe I missed out on buying ETH. But he also said, if I had bought ETH, I may not have started Binance, which became the largest crypto exchange in the world. If you're upset about missing out or not getting in, don't worry about it, because in life, every experience is a victory. Typically, when people get into the crypto market, they just look at their beloved alts, never realizing that Bitcoin's gravity is associated with everything. If your alts are coming up and down, it literally is tied to Bitcoin's gravitational pull. That's why we must look at the CTKS structure on Bitcoin first. We know that Bitcoin moves the crypto market, but other things move Bitcoin. That's why checking out your Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 charts is really important. The free cheat sheet on CTKSMethod.org is the way to go. And many thanks to Oscar Bollinger. I love these memes. Please keep them coming. When we look at a chart without CTKS structure, it's very difficult to know what's actually occurring inside price action. Where is the true support and where is the true resistance? That's why we use Level 1 and Level 2 standard certification to mark up our charts. So let's pop on the indicator. This indicator is exceptionally powerful. It's the world's only leading indicator of price. People inside the CTKS method service know that up here we have so much structural resistance. It doesn't surprise us at all that we had a retrace back to lower levels of structural support. We can see that price came down to that 57,419 area, and it's managed to rebound nearly up to the 57,909. The only certainty that exists inside financial markets is the price moves between structural levels. If it gets over a structural level, it's going to the next one. If it falls below, it's going to the one below. It is literally this straightforward. If we manage to get above 57,909, we're going up to 58,297. But if we don't breach 57,909, we're coming back to 57,419. If we go below that, we're going to the next structural level below. It is incredibly simple. All you need to know is where the structural levels actually are. The important part to know is that these structural levels are rightward looking. They are not leftward looking. Now, what does that mean? It means that you can use it to predict where the resistance is going forward in time. It's unlike anything else that exists, and it can be applied to any chart. What you will find is that retail influencers will just say anytime price goes red, the bull market is cancelled, and at any time price goes green, it's going to the moon. It's not doing either. It's actually just moving in a wave-based function between support levels and resistance levels. That's it. There are many influencers who try to help their communities by being permanently negative. The market is always crashing. It's always going to go belly up. But the problem with that is you just miss out so many opportunities. Because if you're listening to people like that, you will never enter the market and you will never exit the market because they frequently mistime both bottoms and tops. And it's very hard to time a bottom and very hard to time a top. All you need to look at are structural levels and how price is interacting with that. If it's going above a structural level, it's seeking to head to the one above. If it can't get through it, it's seeking to head to the one below. It's really that simple. Actually, how much simple could you get? Here's another real-time example of how we came up to that 57,909, but we've been retracing. In all probability, we're seeking to head to the 57,419 mark. You can see how powerful structure is. It's just unbelievable. The other thing to bear in mind, as Bitcoin comes down, it's dragging all the alts with it. As it goes up, it's dragging them with it, but as it goes down, it's also dragging them with it. Bitcoin's gravity is very important to understand. Bitcoin gets its gravity from CTKS structural levels. So if you're wondering what's happening to your particular crypto projects, the answer is Bitcoin is happening. If you're liking the content so far, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. We have one of the best communities on YouTube. Turning to Ethereum, when we look at Ethereum from this perspective, it's very difficult to know where the structural levels are. Now, structural levels are very different from normal, recent indicative price levels. A lot of people just mark up price to where it actually is. This is a huge mistake, and it's non-statistically significant, which means it's basically a useless thing to do. But let's pop on the indicator. What we're doing here is looking specifically at where structure is. I'll just put some values around this for you. By understanding Bitcoin's gravity, we can also understand what is happening with Solana. Solana came up to that 3138 CTKS structural resistance level. Now, why is the word CTKS structure used, or CTKS level? Because it draws up all of price history with the world's most statistically significant methodology that requires 2 levels of standard certification to actually accomplish. These are not just regular lines. We can see that ETH just charged through that 3138 level, but it couldn't reconfirm this level as support. That meant it was breaking down. At the current time, it's seeking to head down towards that 3057 level. We literally just keep our eye on structural levels. That's all the certainty that you're ever going to get inside financial markets, and it's the only certainty that you actually require. Where is the CTKS structure on Solana? And Solana has 1235 plus days to get to level 1 and level 2 standard certification. We can see that Solana's going all over the place, but where are the structural levels? To answer that question, you mark up the chart with level 1 and level 2 standard certification, or you can pop the indicator on from the service. Let's just do that now. Let's just pop on the indicator. To make it easier for you to see, I'll just put on some levels here. That's a bit better. So what did we see? We saw that Solana was coming down to a structural support level at 139.14. It couldn't hold on to it here. It did an underside retest and came down into structural support levels, which acted as safety nets between 129 and 128.68. Then rebounded up to the 139.14 mark. It was trying to get up to this 146.25 and having quite a few difficulties. It nearly made it, but negative price momentum inside Bitcoin caused Solana to come down. It is Bitcoin that causes Solana to move. Heading back to Bitcoin's levels, we see Bitcoin is starting to move to the 57,419 mark. We would start to see or expect a technical bounce from this level. It's going to be an important level to look at. We also need to look at total crypto market cap. Let's pop on the indicator, and all these indicators are available from CTKSMethod.org. What we can see is Bitcoin coming into structural support, and we're already starting to see a bounce, but total crypto market cap is down lower. And if we look at that, it's below this particular area of price. Let's just zoom out a bit. Okay, we can see it's back at this specific area. Now, why is this important, and how do you apply this? Well, the first thing we know is Bitcoin is coming into structural support, and we saw that on the Bitcoin chart. We're not surprised at all that it's bouncing from here, because our lines, our CTKS lines, are so statistically valid that they can give literally a forward indicator on price. But we also know all charts are intercorrelated and interdependent. Even though Bitcoin may start to bounce up, the alts may be under a degree of pressure until they get back to this area, depending on what happens with Bitcoin. How do you apply this knowledge to other charts? Remember that there was, on total crypto market cap, there was this takeoff, and then this was the bottom we were looking at on total. So if Solana comes down to 139.14, that is a very good place to see a technical bounce and support structurally across the entire crypto market. And just another thing to just take note of, when we get cut overs like this, it is very common to have a retracement before we go up again. So please bear this in mind. Let's have a look across the chart at how this could play out with Ethereum. If Bitcoin's bounce starts to take Ethereum up, that's very good news. But if total crypto market cap continues to decline, we would expect price to just be range bound between these two levels and then get a technical bounce up. Remember that this level was lower on total crypto market cap and this level was higher. So anything between here and here would be a very sweet spot for Ethereum if total continues to come down. That's why you need to read across the charts. And what are we seeing currently on Bitcoin? We're seeing that Bitcoin has rebounded from that 57,419 level. It's not even gotten down to it yet because these levels are where the buyers step in. Please let me know in the comments, is this helpful to you? Just looking through the specific charts, is it giving you a bit of an edge inside the market? If so, I can do more of these kind of videos for you. Hopefully you can see that everything literally comes down to CTKS structure. And you can get free resources at CTKSMethod.org. And all of the structural levels across the Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 charts, including these new 5, is also available from CTKSMethod.org. Something excellent to talk about inside the comments for this video is the concept of winning or learning and never blaming. Why is it important to not blame? And why is it important to learn? They are very important questions, and they will help a lot of people. Have a great day or night ahead, my friends, and Kate and I look forward to catching up with you again in the next video. Bye for now.